Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and another news update for Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm currently in Spain, which is why you might be hearing that the microphone sounds a little bit different. And I was actually able to record a little bit of Palpatine footage that you will be seeing in the background, but it's just in arcade because the internet right here, at least with 4G, isn't really stable enough to actually play multiplayer with. But I thought I would go over the patch that came out today together with all of the other stuff that Ben has said after he came back from vacation yesterday, including some details on what will be arriving later this month. So let's simply dive straight into it. So starting off, a patch was released earlier today for Star Wars Battlefront 2 that was basically a late hotfix, I guess we could say, as it fixed a lot of stuff in the game. First off, of course, both Emperor Palpatine and Ewok Hunt are back in the game. Ewok Hunt I have not had time to try myself yet, but I haven't seen any complaints on Reddit or on Twitter. And as for Palpatine, I tried him briefly in arcade, as you can see on the screen right now, and I didn't really see any major issues with him. That kind of does feel a bit like he did before the patch, but I always think it's pretty hard to judge how a hero is in arcade, so we'll see what you guys and everyone else in the community says once you've had a chance to actually try him in multiplayer. They've also deployed balancing updates to the lightsaber heroes in Galactic Assault that should make them viable again. And I'm very curious to see what you guys think about that, because again, I've not had time to actually try that out. And one example that Ben brought up on Reddit was that the deflect cost for Kylo, when you actually press deflect, has gone down from 60 to 15 and from 40 to 15 on Vader. So as you can see, it's a pretty drastic change that should hopefully make those lightsaber wielders feel more viable in multiplayer than they currently do. So if you have played with them, let me know in the comments below if you have any feedback. And moving on, they've also fixed the hard lock issue in Hero Starfighters, where basically you stuttered a little bit when someone used a hard lock on you, so that should hopefully be fixed now. And as for the more specific changes on Palpatine, they say here that they fixed him by restricting the angle from which the player could lock on with his lighting ability, and an issue where he was able to lock onto targets through walls. Both of which were, well, the main issues with Palpatine basically, as you could just fire in any direction and anyone who was even within your screen radius, even if he was behind a wall, died, but that should hopefully now not be the case. So that's what the patch contained today, but Ben also commented on a couple of other things that I wanted to go through before we wrap up this video. For instance, later this month we are indeed getting the updated roadmap, and Ben said that the plan is to get rid of all the fall and winter and break it down by month. So I really hope this will actually happen all the way to the end, because I am very curious and a little bit scared to see which months all the content will arrive in. I mean, if we're unlucky, Obi-Wan and Grievous might not arrive until somewhere in November, and Geonosis not until February. I mean, that's kind of the worst case scenario, so I hope that will not be the case. And I think that's why it's important that we do get this updated roadmap later this month. The ping site bug will be fixed in an August update, but not the August update that came out today, but the big update that comes later in August with the clone trooper appearances, the ability to buy victory poses and emotes, and so on. He also did confirm that the end of round screens should be improved in the August update, so that's good to hear. I'm excited to see what they will be doing there, because the end of round screens right now do have a very boring background. And just to reiterate that clone trooper appearances are, yes, coming in August, and we will get more about those in the next community transmission, which he did also mention that he is writing right now. And in some fun Kenobi news, he did put in the official request to show something of Kenobi, and I really hope that will happen, so we get a little teaser before he's actually live, whether it's just an image, a audio clip, or something like that. But again, he's put in the official request, that's all, doesn't really have to mean anything. This could be months out still, so don't make a big deal out of it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.